Oh, you're not supposed to say one.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
really
Well, too late.
There
now.
we go.
Oh man. Yeah.
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
night.
Sorry, am I not
we-
supposed to yell directly into the microphone and like push in real close?
There are no laws,
Put your nose
Jane, and if
against
there
it while
were,
you shout into it.
yeah, there are no laws. If there were, there would be no one to enforce them. This is Tuesday night, a place without rules or regulations. I don't really remember how any of this works. It has been a long time. Are you supposed to start by apologizing? I've heard that you're never supposed to start by apologizing. That is a classic public speaking faux pas, to start with apologizing for stuff. But let us start with an apology.
I'm sorry.
So
Did
sorry,
you just go
have
like
to listen?
Italian there for a second?
Me?
Let us start. I did feel like there was an in there.
I may have
An
just
accent.
stuttered slightly. I'm sorry.
Let us start.
It's me, Tony. Yeah, sorry, it's been a while. Very good explanations for why we took a 7 and a bit month break from Dog and Pony Show. We had intended to take a break because Dan had a baby. Dan, that was you, right?
I gotta go, guys.
Dan had a baby, and that we knew that was happening. So that was that. I
You
timed the
knew?
ending of the season for that. Yes,
Why didn't you
I
tell
was in
me?
on it. Well, surprise. We did that. And then I spent a week in the hospital and had my gallbladder out. So that was fun. Yeah, then I lost
Did you
my
keep
job. No, they take it and they have to what I don't know what the word for it.
Biopsy?
Yeah, they biopsy it to make sure it's not cancerous.
Sell it on the
So-
black market? No, that's
It
not.
was also these. I have a lot of fun stories from my traumatic week in the hospital. It was in real bad shape. I don't think you would have won it. It's always fun when somebody in the hospital setting uses a superlative, right? So when they tell you it was one of the worst we'd ever seen, that is not what you want to hear in a healthcare environment. What you want to hear was like, oh yeah, standard. Nothing exciting there. Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah. No,
Were they
am
excited? Were they like, we're gonna get a paper out of this?
Yeah.
No, I think I was not at that level, thankfully. But they did treat me for gangrene because of how bad it was.
Which is one
So
of
that
those
was
things
fun.
that you feel like
Yeah.
outside of World
I
War
was-
or Civil War, like we shouldn't.
Yeah,
we
trench
shouldn't have
warfare.
that anymore.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
Wow.
Out,
Yeah.
gangrene.
I'd like to point out gangrene free. So
Wow.
you know,
That's the
For
way to
7
be.
months
Congratulations.
now.
and
That's
love and life.
amazing.
Yeah, right.
yeah. So everything is
Some
great.
people have babies. Some people avoid
Yeah.
gangrene.
yeah,
Lots
you
of
know.
things coming out of lots of bodies.
Yep. Yep. I'm not saying that
life.
Dan's child is responsible for my organ failure, but I can't disprove it either.
This is true.
So
We have this nice
Hard to prove a
dot
negative.
graph, and
Mhm.
the correlation seems pretty strong.
They are a
I did-
mischievous imp.
I did there was a try to a previous Incomparable Game Show episode. I did sign up to be an organ donor the same year, and I was like, well, that's jinxing it. It's like, yeah, all of my organs totally fine. You sign up to give them away, and then they start like
I don't
dropping
think
like
anybody
flies.
wants. I don't think anybody wants gallbladders.
Not mine, that's for sure. So, the resale value on my gallbladder is worse than the resale value on my 1992 Jetta Rabbit. So
was a
yeah,
terrible
everything's
car.
great. It was great until it got hit front on. Everything is great. So does anyone else have any traumatic memories that they want to share about the last 7 months with our listeners?
Nothing I want to share.
Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Was
Just
there a
all
lot of
the
trauma?
traumas.
Absolutely. Do
Yeah.
I want to talk about it?
No, absolutely.
Well, maybe I was wrong to do that. Well, can't stop me now. So everything's great, people. It is Tuesday night. Mainly, this was stalling to see if everyone was able to get to the stream. I see that 16 people are now watching. Yeah,
Welcome
everything
back,
is great.
16 people.
We are going to take it slow today, people, because we have not done this in a while, both from a technology point of view or a streaming things or a running D&D or playing D&D or everything, but it's okay. It's the first episode of a season. So, bear with us a little bit. Cut us some slack. Not like normal when we welcome your on-the-spot criticism and critiques and sending of complaints that are post-it noted to Dan's books. This, just everyone settle down.
Save those for later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You rowdy
Actually,
bunch.
Yeah.
buy a whole bunch of Dan's books in
Yeah.
preparation for the time when we are once again ready for those
Guys,
those
I'm
questions
ready.
and feedbacks and complaints.
I got
Oh
a
my
stack
goodness,
right
you've got
there.
so many complaints.
I am ready
Dan,
to
are you
complain
selling
the hell out of
Are you
this.
selling them directly now? Is this like you're on a street corner?
Yeah,
no
I take,
more
Girl Scouts.
I take PayPal.
no more
I take
mass
Venmo,
market paperback.
Apple
You're
Pay,
1C2 scene.
whatever you want to give
Just-
me, I'll take it.
Just walking around with a trench coat of those stuck down the inside.
It is a very uncomfortable fashion choice.
It is, yeah.
And
But warm.
everyone a complaint.
Yeah. All right, I think we should start the actual episode and play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Woo.
That reasonable?
I mean, I don't know if it's reasonable, but we're gonna do it regardless.
We'll give
I
it
mean, we're not
the
reasonable.
old college
so-
try.
Yeah, there you go.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a dungeon master. I use he, him pronouns. And today we are continuing the Dog and Pony adventures. We are in Ravenloft. We are playing Curse of Strahd. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons. Some people think about words before they say them. I am not one of those people. Allow me to introduce our players. They will introduce their characters, and then we will get back into it. First in my Zoom window, and therefore first in order being introduced, it's Jane Ritt. Hi, Jane.
Hi, Tony. I am playing Lena Dulina, the human rogue, and we both use she, her pronouns.
Next up, it's Erica Ensign.
Hello. Yes, I play Brildish, the Dwarven Paladin. Her pronouns, like mine, are she, her. Brildish also has a celestial pony who, once again, is joining the fun. That is Pony Sindelarnt, and his pronouns are he, him.
Next up, he's read almost as many books as he's written. Why does he get a special introduction and nobody else does? We don't know. It's Dan Morin.
Hello, Tony. It's good to be back on a Tuesday night. Asterisk, that may vary depending on where you are. And when you are. And when you are.
When you are, yeah. And who you are.
And who am I? I play Crucible. Nailed it. Cast in Onotar's Crucible to
The
be
camera's
specific.
following you.
Cast in Onotar's Crucible to be specific. A Warforged cleric of the god Onotar who uses they, them pronouns. I use he, him pronouns. That's it. I'm done.
That's it. Next up, it's Aline Sims.
Hi. I have no idea what any of us are doing right now. I play Imra Soliana, the Wood Elf Ranger, her trusty pup, Androdite, and we all use she, her pronouns.
And last, but certainly not least, it's Micah Sargent.
Ahoy there, Tony. I play Elevor, Dancing Queen Landman, the half-elf druid. He and I both use he, him pronouns. And I also have along for the ride Samus, the saber-toothed tiger, and Danu, the fey mimic octopus, who both use she, her pronouns.
All right, we are starting off a brand new season. At the end of last season, you left Castle Ravenloft. You went to Castle Ravenloft. You had enough of it, and you got out. Wise choice of things to do. Very few people escape from Castle Ravenloft alive, and yet today you have decided to go back to Castle Ravenloft. On your original excursion into Castle Ravenloft, you had a very brief meeting, brunch, interaction with Strahd von Zarovich. It didn't go great, and he basically told you weren't welcome after 10 minutes. You totally overstayed that and wandered around the castle, which is with its very strange architecture, lots of stairways, lots of hidden doors, lots of strange caverns, strange corridors. Sometimes to get to one area of the castle, you had to go down several floors and then up another several floors. It is not an easily traversed piece of architecture. But you did find several items that you were looking for. If my notes are correct, you found the skull of Argynvost, who is the deceased leader of the Silver Dragon. It's a dragon skull, and you returned it to Argynvost Holt. Argynvost Holt, in the times before Strahd was as big a bad bad as he was the closest thing there were to good guys in Ravenloft. And that was a big deal that you returned that, and you received a boon from that in terms of a permanent bonus to your armor class. I believe you also recovered the Tome of Strahd, which was basically most of it unfortunately disintegrated with age, but kind of a waterlogged, worn out journal that gave you some information as to Strahd's origins and some of his weaknesses. Is that ringing up any bells?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, good. And you scouted large sections of Castle Ravenloft, though some sections remain untraversed at this point. So you've gone to Argynvost. You know that took you a day. I suspect you may have spent a day there. You leveled up and you've trekked back to Castle Ravenloft. So several days have passed since your original travels around there. I'll let you decide what time of day you want to be arriving at Ravenloft in case that matters to you tactically.
Dawn.
And we'll assume, we'll assume that you camped somewhere nearby so that you're not wandering into Ravenloft just at dusk, for example. You know,
Tony,
the vampire
mentioned-
hunting hour.
You
From
mentioned
where we-
if... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, from where we are, do we need to go through Little Barovia to get there, or do we not go through Little Barovia? I'm just wondering because
You do not need to go through Little Barovia.
Okay.
Little Barovia is kind of off. I can show you the map of Ravenloft. Barovia if you want. Little Barovia is kind of tucked in the shadow of Ravenloft.
that's what I thought.
And is not a. It's not a. You don't need to go through Little Barovia to get to anywhere.
I just
So,
wanted to make sure
yeah.
that, like, if we had to go through, we could check in and see if the teen that we rescued had actually gotten home. But I don't think it's worth a side trip.
Okay. We'll presume.
I mean,
that they
unless you
did.
guys
Yeah.
want to go check on whatever her Gertruda.
Gertruda,
was her
yeah.
name?
You know, I think she would find that weird, actually.
Yeah.
She seemed pretty done with us.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
right.
remember.
I
We
don't
were
remember
trying
you
to
guys.
talk her. We
Yeah.
were trying to talk her into perhaps taking a job as a barmaid in Vallaki at some point, and
Yeah.
we are super not ready for that yet, so we don't want to show up anyway.
Yeah. She'll be like, I don't remember you guys. We were the only
Or-
people that
or
visited you
she'll
in
be
Castle
like-
Ravenloft.
Or she'll be like, "Okay, I'm ready to leave Little Barovia. This place sucks. Where's my job in Vallaki?" And we'll be like,
Funny
Not
that
ready.
you ask that.
Awkward.
Well, not funny, but you know.
There's
right.
wine there now. What more could we do? We restarted the industry.
Industry.
Heroes.
So
No,
it is.
genuinely. Even if we were to die, at least these nice people have some wine to get through, you know?
So it is a cold, damp morning here in Barovia, Big Barovia. You camped within sight of Ravenloft, but thankfully without incident. You've marched your way up the path that leads to Ravenloft. But this time you are attempting to enter Ravenloft not as invited guests, but as trespassers. And the first thing you notice as you reach the gates of Ravenloft is that the drawbridge to Ravenloft is up. So remind you that Ravenloft is an immense castle surrounded by a curtain wall. There's like a huge, there's not a moat so much as just, 1,000-foot drops to the rocky mountain pass below. There's a little, gatehouse tower on the other side. But
Is there fog / mist in this rocky
in this
drop?
vicinity?
boy.
It's a little misty. Is that important?
To some people, it might be.
Yeah, you want mist? There's mist, Micah. I can't say no to mist.
You maybe want to say no to mist.
It's a real
You're just
missed
gonna have to
opportunity.
say no to something more ridiculous in a minute. My question is: so when we left, we created a secret hole door
You did.
in a wall. Now that wasn't in the curtain wall, was it?
No, that was in the
Okay.
inner wall. It was literally into, I guess, the keep of Ravenloft
Okay.
itself. You created a nice little, and we had a discussion of that 7 months ago. I listened to the recording of it. It's a stone door with hinges, and it's permanent, and it gives you access into one of the kind of back passageways in Ravenloft that was, clogged with cobwebs and old furniture. that it is extremely unlikely that anyone would have detected. And, so that's going to, if you can get to that door, get you entrance and possibly avoid some of the things that tolerated your presence on your first trip that might be less welcoming. But you got to get inside the curtain wall to access that door.
Yeah, my thought was just we should keep that in mind when we sort of determined where we try to get in. I mean,
Yes.
we don't want to try to scale the curtain wall on the opposite side and then have to circumnavigate the entire castle to get to
I wouldn't recommend that.
So it's been what, like
3 days.
Like 3 days since we cast, what was it, Thunderous Smite? Which is like a very loud noise, stole his dragon skull, clearly returned his dragon skull to Argynvostholt,
murdered his chamberlain. Yeah.
Murdered his chamberlain, and then
tried to break into his vault, but didn't,
shot
a lot of
up
property
magical
damage.
Tower that gave hope to people all over Barovia, which I'm sure that
stole his pet teenager,
Yeah. Oh, that's
his
true.
pet teenager.
Yeah.
What we stole was his small creepy mannequin
and his bride.
And that's right.
We did it all.
Oh yeah, we sent her away with a spider climb.
Yeah. Okay. So he's probably mad.
Very excited.
Miffed, perhaps.
Yeah.
Slightly miffed.
Peeved. Yeah.
Speaking of which,
peeved.
I'm gonna start off today by casting Aid on some of my allies. So
which ones?
I don't know which ones have pleased me lately. No, who would like 5 extra hit points and 5 additional to your hit point maximum for the day for 8 hours?
Who has the lowest hit points?
Yep, that was my question.
It's not me.
I don't know.
I'm
59.
So I'm
Okay,
probably
66.
66.
67.
Wait, 59, Jane?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, you
Glass
take
cannon.
that. Lena will get 5 extra hit points plus 5 higher maximum. So now you're up to 64. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's great.
Who else? Who else is? I feel like maybe.
How many do you have?
Yeah.
I have 66.
No, sorry. How many?
I can do
people
2
you
more.
aid?
I can do 2 more.
Do yourself.
Yeah,
I
I
was
agree.
just going to say, can you cast it on yourself?
Yeah, always keep the healer up. I mean, we're all healers, but just about.
Up to 3
Since we
creatures
rest,
within
I
range,
did
so I guess that
not me.
technically
more
can
Not
include
it.
me.
healing stuff.
So I would do you and Micah.
That sounds right.
All right.
Agreed.
We'll mark off that I've used that.
So
also have a bunch
5
of-
temporary.
My armor class is
No,
also
they're not
quite
temporary hit points.
high.
It raises
Oh.
your hit point maximum by 5. So
Okay.
if you go in D&D Beyond,
better than temporary.
there's a max HP modifier if you bring up your stuff, and you can add. So yeah, so for the rest of the day, you get you're up 5 and can heal up to that every time.
So
Cool.
if we weren't going to go in through the front door and the closed drawbridge, can let's talk chasms. Like how
Can I get you into
How
a chasm
wide?
today?
well that might happen.
Probably.
To be fair, how wide from edge to edge would you say? Can we see?
I'm sorry. Looking how wide would the chasm
Across, yeah, like
So
looking across.
supposing
right?
that we were to just jump across.
to jump across? The first thing I would suggest is that it's only a 50-foot wide chasm. The challenge is that there are not a lot in terms of lovely landing places on the other side of the chasm vis-a-vis the raised drawbridge.
Wait, I know how this works. We take some rope and we throw it across.
Well, let's go home.
You can't go home. You're stuck in Barovia because of evil magic.
Let's go to the divas because we're done here.
So
Oh.
what if we didn't leap? What if we were trying to like hit it from a different angle? So like not from the edge of where the stone is across the length of the drawbridge, but like if we rotated, went around to, let's say, whatever landing is closest to where we had our door. Like how wide is that?
It is
Chasm.
wider. So there is, because the kind of defenses of Castle Ravenloft, it is basically built on this stone kind of spire, and the place where the drawbridge was, kind of the shortest distance between the castle and the next outcropping that leads to this mountain pass. And specifically that this side of Ravenloft you can almost walk up to, aside from this 50-foot chasm that there would normally be a drawbridge over. The other side of Castle Ravenloft, for example, basically looks down directly on Little Barovia and is a fall of thousands and thousands of feet.
Gotcha.
We know what's in the bottom of the chasm. Do we know? Like, are there...
you don't know.
Okay.
I could fly over and try to get the drawbridge down. I could also fly down to the bottom of the chasm and peep that out.
Mm-hmm. We came in through, like, over the drawbridge the first time we came.
The drawbridge
through.
was open, inviting you in last time.
Correct. Did we see the mechanism, and did anybody take note? This is only 3 days ago in game time. Of what the actual mechanism is. Is it like a crank that needs to be turned? Is it just like a lever that you pull?
I feel like Onatar would be the
on the other side of the
one that would do that. Sorry.
On the other side of the drawbridge, there's a gatehouse built into the curtain wall. I don't think the mechanism for that presumably would be inside the gatehouse. I don't think any of you explored inside the gatehouse last time.
No, we didn't.
Can I suss out in any way what, like, based on the outward appearance of this?
Sure.
Let's roll.
Suss away. Roll to suss.
Perception is a very sussy.
I'm also gonna suss.
Sus-like skill. I'm going to roll that, and I got a 26 on perception.
Mm-hmm.
What can I divine or discern?
You discern. You're looking and studying the drawbridge from where you are and what you remember. You know that there is on either side of the gates of Ravenloft, across the chasm from you, there are two little gate towers. You remember there being doors that led into those from the inside courtyard, and that likely in traditional defenses that there would be some kind of mechanism inside those gatehouses that would control both the drawbridge and the portcullis. One of my favorite castle words, portcullis. And that it would likely require a person in each tower to traditionally to what am I trying to say here? To
it's like two keys on a submarine.
Yeah, I was like, activate it. Is it currently active or is it deactivated? Operate is a better word. Yeah.
No one
What
can
if we-
fly, huh?
Elevor can.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we got
But
Elevor
there's
can
only
get
one
over there.
Elevor.
So,
Really
so
only
let's
one
talk
Elevor.
non-traditional methods of lowering a drawbridge.
Yeah. Classic
Yeah, like getting the rope or the chain broke.
Yep. Like, can you rust a chain? Do you have a spell to do that?
I mean, you could wait over time. How long do you?
The spell is called time.
Yeah. How long do your different creatures live for?
Good news, everybody.
Misty.
I have the spell Creation, which lets me to just create non-living objects of vegetable matter within range. Unfortunately, they must be no larger than a 5-foot cube. So we're going to have to wait
vegetable?
roughly. Well, wood's a vegetable. Soft goods, rope, wood, or something similar. Vegetable, mineral, animal,
Oh, got
Could
it.
someone cast heat metal?
Only
and then we like
bok choy.
Yeah.
I think
hit it with
I'm going to
something?
put broccoli in the chains. Is really where I thought you were going with that. And I was so confused.
Grow it out.
And nobody just has like the spell fly, right?
No flying spells.
I have heat metal, as you said.
I used to have.
I think heat metal's touch
So
though.
I think
Yeah.
is it dimension door? You
actually,
could bring one
60
other person with
feet.
you.
It's only I mean, we don't wear it like the chains are probably more on the inside though.
I'll say there's a little bit of chain visible that controls where at the tops of it.
It
We'll
does
say.
not clarify whether or not all it does is heat it, and it's something that takes comes in physical contact with it takes damage, but I'm not sure that it melts it.
Yeah, I think it's just.
Is the drawbridge wooden itself? Is the drawbridge
Yeah,
itself?
it's made of big wooden planks.
Why don't I just create bonfire a bunch of times? The cantrip create bonfire on it.
Bonfire.
Yeah,
Technically, that doesn't lower drawbridge; it just
We need to
destroys.
cross
Oh, right.
It would no. If you created bonfires right around the spots where the chains are connected, it would just fall down and land.
And never be raisable again, I guess.
True, but who cares?
Does anyone have the ability to create bonfires?
We cast Destroy Drawbridge.
In order to cast Destroy Drawbridge, you must cast Bonfire twice.
Actually, it's called Create Bridge. That's what it's called.
Oh, Create Bridge.
It's not a drawbridge anymore, but it's still a bridge.
So who will cast this spell?
I mean, if nobody has a spell called Giant Bolt Cutters to actually like cut the chains, then we just need to cut through the drawbridge instead of the chains.
If I can make a spell that's a wall, I could make it in a way that we could walk on it. Unfortunately,
a horse on a wall.
Unfortunately, it's a wall of fire. So there's good news and bad news.
Okay, that's not
Does
too
anyone
helpful.
have a lab?
I like that nobody got smarter in the intervening 7 months. It's really,
No, I'm definitely down.
Yeah,
I
like
know
if one of
I know
us
how
had
to
just
solve this problem. Lena
really outpaced the
doesn't.
others. So
We all out of character got much smarter.
Hold on.
For
Hold on.
consistency.
Okay, give me 1 second here, because I need to know a
Here
thing
comes trouble.
that I don't want to say out
I like
loud
it.
just yet.
I'm very excited.
If this is large enough, okay.
Oh, I also have an option.
Can a medium beast that has wings fly, carry a medium beast or a medium?
is this a kind of swallow carry a coconut situation here?
I'm curious if okay, so I'll just say what it would be.
I would be suspicious about a medium beast carrying another medium beast.
That's fair. Okay, then I'm not going to say what it was.
I think you're required to say what you were going to say.
Sailor went to sea.
Were you going to wild shape into something and then fly over carrying somebody?
I was
Like
going
an
to
octopus.
cast giant insect, which would make 5 giant wasps, which we could then ride over. But since the giant wasps are only medium, not large.
Okay, in that
Can
vein,
you can you create very obedient termites?
so in that
they say
vein, I do have the ability to animate objects. Can I animate the chains
Ooh.
and then
I was gonna say
just
the
tell them,
drawbridge.
command them to open the door?
How many objects can you animate at one time?
Okay, so I'll tell you. Choose up to 10 non-magical objects within range that are not being worn or carried. However, depending on the size, they count as more objects. So how large are these? Count as huge, large, medium?
They're big because it's, there's substantial change. Sorry, change? There's substantially sized chains, and I imagine there's a lot of it because it, controls a big, heavy drawbridge.
What if I
Let's
just
put on
animate
the
certain
gears.
links? Gears? Can we
Sure.
see gears?
Gears,
Oh,
yeah.
Dan, a chain is only as strong as its most
Weakest
changeable link.
gear.
Its most animatable link.
That's the
Do you
Nintendo
ever
motto.
stop to think how many inspirational posters we could create from this podcast alone?
None, because we
Never
never get
mind.
inspiration.
Never mind.
Oh. Wow, Erica, that's how we're going to start a new season? I remember when we were friends.
I don't.
If you want to be friends again, just give me some inspiration.
Well, that's a little transactional, but I'm going to make a note of
I'm
that.
just kidding. I actually already have inspiration.
Same.
Shut up!
I always give it
You're
to
a monster. Dan certainly just to try and be your friend and not just your dungeon master. Is there a reason that
What,
you're not doing
the
this?
cool
Setting
dungeon master who's turning around his chair and
Hey guys, this I really can't do that.
I'm
with
not
this
just
chair.
your dungeon master. I'm your friend.
Yeah,
Don't do drugs.
turning this hat backward.
Yeah.
Was there a reason that the setting 2 fires on the drawbridge doesn't work? Is it because no one can actually set fires magically?
No, we just that seemed very
It's not as
boring, and we
whimsical.
just decided to get more fun. Yeah, no, we're all on the same
I
page.
liked it.
Continue.
I'm sure there's plenty of whimsy inside the accursed castle.
Yeah, these are cantrips, so it would be best if I just use the cantrips.
Yeah, that's probably okay. Fair enough.
What's your range on that? I mean, I know you could fly
60.
over there and do it if you needed to. So
60
but-
feet.
probably.
I think you
you're
could
fine
totally
with it.
animate the links in the chain, except I think it would be sad because the animated links in the chain are just attached to other parts of the chain and can't do anything.
I think we'll just cast
they would
Create
try.
Really
Bridge.
depressing. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying cast it on the gears, baby.
If you can see him.
Okay, so your Okay, so I think what we're doing is we're targeting the two sections of the drawbridge that
Did not think
that
this was
have
going to take this long.
chains on them.
The corners.
And,
Well, that's all we've got
The
time.
corners. Those corners are going to have to make a dexterity saving throw of 16.
They're inanimate objects. They fail.
Exactly. So they fail. So a bonfire. Oh, somebody's coming home. If you can hear the dogs.
I can. The drawbridge squeals like a excited dog.
Somebody's coming home.
Strahd got a puppy.
I don't want to
That's
see
not
Strahd's
good
puppy.
news
Yeah.
for us,
Oh,
Erica.
poor puppy.
All
Shame.
right, Elevor, you cast bonfire and then cast it again. The corners of the drawbridge burst into fire. It takes a while, and then there's a horrible sound of wrenching metal and splintering wood as the drawbridge collapses forward. The chains that were supposed to hold it in place rattle against legit chain rattle against the sides of Castle Ravenloft. All that stands between you and the courtyard is a portcullis that you haven't talked about.
Well,
We're
now we
getting
can
there.
get closer to the portcullis and
Yeah.
see, like, maybe this is the gear that Crucible can animate.
Yeah.
And that will just
One problem at a time. We got to get close enough before we can actually, we got to get the bridge down before we can do anything else. All right.
Can I try just a straight up sleight of hand thieves tools? This is not my first portcullis.
I mean,
Please.
how tall is it? Like, we might even just be able to boost a lead. Or is the portcullis on the front of the castle or on the front of the curtain wall?
It's let's see. The curtain wall is ahead of you. The courtyard, so many castle words. The drawbridge has fallen down, and you can just treat it as a bridge now. It is in fact permanently a bridge.
No draw
Though
about
it has been set on fire. That probably will hurt its.
I mean, we're
lifetime.
stamping out the corners.
Okay. That's not great for the drawbridge either. You're stamping out the
But I
corners
mean,
as you
like with a
look-
blanket,
look-
fire blanket.
Yeah.
We're
look-
using our nondescript gray
Yeah.
cloaks to just like
Mhm.
you know.
My sleeping.
On the
bag
other
is
side
just-
of the 50-foot drawbridge, you can see the main gate to Castle Ravenloft. There's a 20-foot wide, 20-foot tall arch passageway that is blocked by a rusting iron portcullis.
I feel like I can probably just climb over a 20-foot wall.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
the archway. If there's 20-foot opening, the walls are 100 feet high.
Okay, well that's a little bit
That's different.
trickier.
Sorry.
That changes
Gotcha.
things. For sure.
Well,
I mean,
that's when
is
Elevor
it a
can fly
climbable
up
wall?
I mean, all walls are climbable if you believe in yourself.
Yeah.
and have rope.
There
And a
can be
grappling
risk.
hook.
Spider climb.
Yeah. You could also go and approach the portcullis. You could do lots of things.
I don't know if we want to do that though, because you're suggesting it.
I mean,
I
think we
have
should just
over 60 hit points now, so I could climb up 100 feet. I wouldn't die. If I
Just
from
remember,
climbing, or
You got to climb up 100 feet. You got to climb down 100 feet on the other side. So
yeah.
Yeah, but if
I
she
mean-
takes a rope and a grappling hook, climbs it up, then she can put the rope down the other side.
Yeah,
That's how rope works.
It's like
I know
what,
this, Tony.
1d6 every 10 feet. It wouldn't be fatal, just
Yeah.
incredibly bad.
yeah, just don't land on your neck. Got it.
Yep. Okay, so there is possibility to just climb over it. There is someone turns into a bird. I won't say who.
it doesn't hurt.
I forgot about it.
No, I didn't. All right. Well, does somebody want to go across, and I will be the person to do this if needed, to just scope out the situation on
I was
their
just
own?
gonna
I
say
am
I've got a
curious
+4
about
to stealth.
Yeah, that
Yeah, we did just bust down the drawbridge, though.
Yeah, so
it
all
made a
the
bit of
attention will be
noise.
at the end of the drawbridge, not
uh-huh.
it's like what's coming
I
across.
say let's
So
just
if I'm
all
fast.
let's just all go to the other side of the drawbridge before something else happens.
that's probably a good idea.
Okay, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
We cross the bridge.
You
There
cross
used to be
the
a
bridge. You are standing at the end of the drawbridge, or the start of it. I don't know how you define these things. but there is a rusty, ancient portcullis in front of you.
Someone should kick it.
Can we see through the portcullis to the whatever it is that operates this? Usually it's, I don't know, some sort of a gear.
I will say that you can see through the portcullis because it's basically the big metal grate, built in like a grid.
Okay.
It's old and rusty and ancient. But you can't see any mechanism that activates it. Probably whatever mechanism that activates it is either inside the walls or above you relative to where you are.
Gotcha.
I put you on the map finally, 30 minutes into the episode, and I drew a portcullis in place where it is.
Yay, portcullis!
I'd say, Elevor, do you want to go check out the situation, see if you can find a lever?
Yes, he does.
I mean, you could even turn into a rat probably. And get
That's what I
through
was.
the
Yeah.
portcullis instead of having to fly.
Radivor is going to appear as opposed to the flying beast, and so Elevor shrinks down into a rat, and then right before the full shrinkage, there is that little extension of the face as it becomes sort of snout-like and ratty, and then he goes all the way into rat form, and cheep, etc., etc. Oh no! Before he goes in, he runs around Samus's legs, and Samus and him do a little play thing, and then he runs through the portcullis and is looking around.
All right, you're in the courtyard of Castle Ravenloft. It is as you remember it from several days ago. You'll remember the main door is kind of directly across from you. There's this courtyard. You know that there are gates on the kind of far side of the courtyard to the north and south. There are two little gatehouses immediately north and west of you with doors into them as indicated by these white boxes on the map.
All right. Elevor is going to go to the one that is above, because if Strahd was looking out from his castle, that would be the right tower, and Strahd has right-hander's energy totally, so we're definitely going this way.
There's a very convenient little rat gap at the bottom of the door.
Rat gap. Okay, then he scurries inside.
So you scurry inside. Inside is a dark, unlit, little dingy room. Let me just check here. And there is, it looks like some kind of mechanism that it looks like there's two kind of switches, perhaps that control the drawbridge and the portcullis.
Oh, there's switches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You might call them levers.
Ah, okay. Well,
and I'm even going to tell you, Elevor, because you're level 9, you've been around a little bit. You know that these are magical levers. And that they are basically controlled by magic, not by physical strength.
Controlled by magic, not by physical strength.
Yeah. They likely have a command word that activates them.
Oh, lovely.
Stay open.
Great, another password.
Look around for Post-it notes.
Good idea. So Radivor who has dark vision up to 30 feet, is going to do. Wow. Sorry, I'm just noticing. Oh no. Okay. I was like, why does this rat have a +7 on persuasion? But I forgot I get to keep my skills.
It's a really charming rat.
It's very cute.
He's a real ratatouille.
Yeah, gets up there and starts controlling. Okay, so let me do a perception check to see if I can't see anything around here that might be of interest. And that is a 23.
You know what? As you are looking around with your beady but extremely perceptive rat eyes, likely Strahd has the command word committed to memory, but perhaps some of his lieutenants or castle chamberlains are less attentive than he is, and it sure looks like someone has written kind of in grime in the dust on the wall a word, a 6-letter word.
Oh no.
Oh, a 6-letter word.
They need
That's
to
not
work
usual
on
graffiti.
their
Infosec.
Thank you, InfoSec. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I peer closer at the word to see what it is.
It looks like it says like same.
Ah, same. Radivor sort of goes into his side and is like scratching at his side, and then he comes out with what he was looking for, which was a little sesame seed, and he eats it, and then he pops out and grows back to his full form, and he says, "Sesame."
And you would know to hold one of the levers while you did that. In order
I definitely
to
would know to do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which lever do you hold?
Oh, wait. I don't. I do. No, I say sesame, and then I go, you know what? I should probably push one of the buttons first before I say that. And then I look at the buttons, and I don't touch them yet. I look at sort of the way that they look. Is there one that appears to be used more often, or did someone do a
They look
line across
identical.
one? Okay. Nothing scratched in the dust atop
No.
them? Okay. Well, I'm just going to hold the one on the left and say,
All right.
Sesame.
You hear the sound of a chain rattling against the side of Ravenloft, spooling out and into a chasm.
And then I hold the one on the right as I laugh and think about the fact that we created a bridge, and I say, Sesame.
You hear the sound of a portcullis trying to be pulled up, but kind of like getting stuck and like grinding metal
We
against
need someone on the
stone.
other side.
Meanwhile, in about 5 feet away on the other side of a wall, you first hear the sound of the chain that used to hold part of the corner of the drawbridge just unleash and drop
Make
like
sure I don't get hit.
100 feet of chain into a pit. I guess that's convenient for somebody who wants to scale part of the wall later. And then the sound of the portcullis attempting to be raised,
that, though.
but it's being pulled only on one side. So it really, like, basically one corner of the portcullis goes up. There's probably like maybe a 1.5 foot gap now. It's got metal spiky bits sticking down, but the portcullis has kind of gone slightly parallelogrammy.
Could we attempt to lift the other side to even it out enough
I think
to?
Brildish and
I think somebody strong could certainly try to do that.
Brildish and Crucible are probably both like it's big enough that we could both get in there and immediately start trying to pull it up even farther.
Can we make a? How
Give
about
me,
we make a aided strength check? I can.
Yes.
Your strength's probably higher than Crucible's, right?
Strength +4.
Yeah, I got +3.
So my
So
strength
I
is
will. I will aid you. I'll give you advantage.
Yes,
on
roll
rolling.
twice and take the highest, Brildish.
Oh dear. That's a 10. I rolled a 1.
You lift
6
with
for
your
my
back,
first.
and it like you, it all.
I should have got off the pony first.
Yeah, you should have gotten off the pony first. There's just the sound of metal scraping, and some of that might be your teeth.
All right, I'll give it a try, and maybe can I bring a lever? Do we have something we could use as a lever, like so we got a pole arm or?
I have a magic axe.
Yeah, you're lousy with magic axes.
Yeah,
That's true.
There you go.
Isn't one of them like a magic battle axe? And I can
I
magic
have the blood
axes-
spear. I have the
Oh,
evil blood
yeah.
spear.
these are important items. They're not just meant for shimmying.
Yeah, but I feel like that means that they can't be sundered except by magical means, so they might actually be ideal for this.
Yeah, so they're
purpose.
fine for opening cans of beer. Yeah, fine.
I
You know
hand
what?
Crucible the evil blood spear.
The
I
best
wanted to
tool.
destroy it anyway.
The best tool is the one you have with you. So I will attempt to use the evil blood spear to lever up the portcullis.
Might be the best tool. You're the biggest tool. No, yeah, fine. All right, give me a strength check, Crucible, with advantage.
Okay. Advantage. That is all right. Did a little better. 15.
All right. So clearly this would go better if somebody was in the other gatehouse operating it, but you managed to kind of, it's unclear if the portcullis is even really on the tracks anymore, but it's like grinding upward, but like clearly there's a counterweight in place on the other side, and it would you get it about 4 feet.
I like the idea that we're sitting there like, I don't know how long I can hold this. Quick, and then it's like the clown car music plays as all of the people in our
the 9 of you. Argo, you already came in. Why are you going out?
I just was fun the first time.
It's like all the animals boarding the ark.
Yes, 2 by 2. All right.
It just has
Would
to
you
be
all
high
like to
enough for
scurry?
Pony to get through.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. Can Pony limbo? Have we? There's a lot of limboing in the Feywild. Yeah, we don't know. No, it is unknowable.
How
all right.
Can they go?
You are all inside Castle Ravenloft.
Yay! We solved your castle puzzle.
Can we like just quickly scamper to our hidden door, which hopefully is
and so you do.
Scamper.
Let me just take you to there on the map. Now, I believe you left Pony outside last time.
No, we didn't.
I don't remember, but Pony was placed in a weird place on this map. So I'm taking you to the new map.
Pony died, or Pony was.
Whoa.
Pony shuffled off
Pony poof.
this mortal coil to his own dimension.
Took a vacation back
Pony
to
had a
the
spa day.
celestial realm.
Now, I want you to know
relieved.
that I thought in prepping this session, do I leave the map open in terms of the things that they have seen versus refogging everything and relying on their memory? And I decided that would be incredibly painful for you and for me, for the listeners.
For just everyone.
You get to decide for your characters how much memory you have of the exact geography of Ravenloft. It is a challenging place to navigate, but for the purposes of our game, I have left the places you previously explored, visible. So I've showing you the map of the first floor of Castle Ravenloft, which you explored a decent amount of. You left a convenient stone door on the south side there. That's that little green square next to Crucible that we drew 7 months ago. And it gave you access to this back hallway that was filled with like old furniture and dust and cobwebs. There were a bunch of arrow loops that looked out on the main courtyard here. Now you know that this secret back hallway was a little strange in that kind of the main area of it is just it ends at a spiral staircase going up and down. But yeah, so this is but you are on the first floor of Ravenloft. I'll remind you, key landmarks on the first floor of Ravenloft were the visitors hall where you had a very abbreviated brunch and the chapel. And yeah, I'd say those are the main things.
Lena immediately does her signal for everybody stop moving forward, which it's unclear whether everybody knows that's what that symbol means. But she
closely
does it
related
with a lot
to your
of
signal for everybody dance now.
Yeah. So like half of people stop and half of them start dancing because she wants to see. So I remember this being like spider-webbed, cobwebbed, disused. She wants to see if there are any footprints that are not ours to get a sense about whether they know that this is how we got out and are likely to get in.
Nice.
So
well, I'm doing in current position dancing. I am not moving while dancing, so I'm not messing up anything. Yes.
I perceive 21 as to whether that has happened.
All right. You detect approximately 10 sets of footsteps, which are all of the gosh dang many of you.
Gotcha.
But none of them are. There are no footsteps from ghosts or skeletons or vampires or little wood puppet men. It's just your motley crew of adventurers, ponies.
We released him in the
lions
woods,
and
we just like threw him.
I think he died. I don't remember exactly.
I thought we killed him.
Yeah, I don't think did not go well for him.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, Lena's like, good, we haven't been made.
Yeah. So you now have to make the tactical decision about up or down. The classic Barovian
we still
Ravenloft
need
question.
Something from down.
Yeah.
So I
we
think
need
we
the
should
vault, his vault, right?
We need the wine cellar too, right?
Yeah.
Was there something in
the
the wine
vault,
cellar we still have?
The vault was up near the rooms of weeping.
Yeah. And there is always the question, I don't know for you as characters or as players, how much of Ravenloft do you want to map or not? Because you have explored lots of it, but certainly not all of it. I mean, I don't think you explored both towers, for example.
No, not yet.
But you know there are these 2 giant spires over Ravenloft.
Did
but
one.
It was fine.
We unfogged one.
Yeah, there's one mean puppet man in it.
I don't know if I go again.
Yeah.
Okay, but there was I forget if it was the wine cellar or if it was like a trophy room or something. It was beyond the bone room.
Yeah, I feel like picking up kind of where we left off might not be bad. And we do also know how to get back to actually maybe we don't know how. Never mind, we don't know how to get back to the place where we teleported from, because remember there's the torture chamber that has the teleport.
Yeah.
And
You do not know, other than that was down.
Study.
Yeah.
That was down below the basement, the larder of ill omen.
Yeah.
How do you remember this, Erica?
Well,
Because she just added the episodes.
Oh, right.
I did. I did. Also, it turns out that those were things that Tony reminded us of right before we went in the castle, because what's her face, Esmeralda Davenport had she had told us about those 2 areas, which just happened to be the areas that we ended up going to first.
Yeah.
So there's
probably
other
not have
areas
done on
that I don't know
purpose.
anymore.
Yeah. You are looking for one remaining object, which is a holy symbol for good and protection, said to be in a cask that once contained the finest wine, of which not a drop
We
remains.
should get that because
Also-
it seems good.
There's also in the crypt is the body of the original Piddlewick, the ghost that appeared.
Oh, yes.
And, yeah, when Elevor played some instruments in the disgusting cake room.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I've got
I say let's
a
go
gift
down.
for you.
So
Yeah,
down.
down
Down
we
it
go.
is.
All right.
Down.
This is where I need to figure
down
things
we
out.
go.
So this spiral staircase goes down to map 11.
Ooh, the spookiness that is map 11.
Yeah.
The
larder
larders
of
of ill
ill
omen
omen
and 11.
That's how many giant spiders are in it.
Yeah.
The larder of 11 spiders.
All right, let's see. This map is a little cluttered from the last time you were there. You emerge down. You
Look, it's the old
head
man
down
from
the
Area
spiral staircase.
K69.
There is the stairs, which doesn't seem like anyone has bothered to explore, lead you to kind of the edge of an old barracks where you encountered many skeletons, former guards of Ravenloft, and above that, to the north, was I'm forgetting the exact name of it, but the
Disgusting bone room.
the bone showroom. Sorry, the Hall of Bones, where like all the furniture was made out of bones. There were giant bone golems.
That was a little too on the nose.
Yeah,
Which
there's
isn't
a
bone.
lot of bones.
Ooh. Cartilage.
Piddlewick is here. Let me just delete some of the tokens from all the and I imagine there's still bones from the bone golem. Rahadin is still dead there. It's all a mess.
Rahadin. Oh, my
Rahadin's a
word.
little stinkier.
So
Yeah.
I wonder if Strahd just thinks he disappeared or what.
Yeah,
told
I
him to
mean,
get my latte, and he's
it's possible somebody has informed him of the situation, but I don't think Strahd probably does a lot of hands-on work, is what I'm saying.
He saw the glowing tower of hope rise
Yeah.
above Arkenvost and
Yeah.
was probably like, I bet they stole the dragon.
So I'm letting you safely approach to areas you've been before.
Yeah.
You approach the Hollow Bones from the south. You know that there is a double door leading to the east to areas unknown. There was also a single door to the north, which I believe is where Rahadin originally emerged from. So you know there's something up there. So a large part of the larders of ill omen remain unscouted.
There was something above the door that I'm standing at, right? It was like engraved with something. Or is that where the skull was?
I think the skull might have been
I think
there.
that was where the skull
Okay.
was.
Did we perceive for hidden secret doors?
No,
If not,
we
let's
got
do
in
that.
and out, and
Yeah, I think you did
super
not
fast.
dawdle. Yeah.
We were absolutely donkey dunked by skeleton
I don't see
monsters.
anything. So if somebody
You
else
look around.
wants to
There are a
proceed-
lot of bones. It is this room is tacky. It is a little bit
God. I think I need to
15?
change dice. I rolled a 6 again.
One.
Oh my goodness.
Lena,
You can't
what are you?
see
You're looking
anything.
for secret passages with
Just
a 15.
yeah, just secret doors.
You know, it is. This would be a great room to have a secret door in with all the stuff. It feels like it would be easy to kind of secrete something, or secret something.
or
But it doesn't.
secrete something.
Well,
A lot of that happens.
Sometimes
in
both.
What is it?
Yeah,
Narrow.
you do not see any. There are still 4 enormous piles of bones in each corner of the room. Just to remind you, this
I'm
room
gonna look
is described.
into.
These are some of my favorite Dungeons and Dragons words this episode. An ossuary.
Ooh.
Oh,
Bless
yeah.
you. I will check the
That's kind
door.
of bird, I
the door,
believe.
the bone pile in
That's
the
not right, Dan.
top left corner.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can't do better.
When an
I
ostrich and a
don't
cassowary
like
have
this game. It
You're-
gives me
you're
bad
just-
rolls.
Dunking for bones. Is that what you're doing,
I
Elevor?
was
You just
looking in
stick
the
your hand
bone
into a.
pile, yeah.
You go wrist deep in a pile of bones and look for
Wrist
something.
deep in a pile of bones.
All right. You know what? You're gonna find something because you rolled a 7.
Yay! That's definitely going to be a good thing, is what I found.
Mhm. It will be a thing.
7's a lucky number.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little like rat skull biting your hand.
Oh my god, I can wear it like a ring.
There's no luck in Barovia.
Mm-hmm. I
That's
apologize.
That's luck. I've never heard of this.
Well, there's bad luck.
Oh, so this is like
The opposite of that.
Neutral
of
luck.
bad luck.
You stick your hands into the pile of bones, Elevor, and pull out.
A vacuum
A-
cleaner.
No. You
What if he
pull out
right, though?
it seems to be like the like not the jaws, but like a set of wooden teeth with fangs. They seem to be made of wood, painted in white, and they seem to be kind of spring loaded.
George
Okay.
Washington here? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
There's a little.
It's
There's a
also
little
this was
turnkey
my
on the side.
favorite toy as a child.
It's like the little teeth that
Lena,
go around.
Lena, look.
Yes, I spent many evenings by the fire with my dear papa before the accident.
Oh no.
Was the accident directly related to this item?
I'm going
No.
to nature the wood. I'm going
The
to roll for
wood.
nature to check the wood.
You
see
know
how old it
exactly.
is.
Way to use your rolls appropriately. You rolled 22. You know exactly what type of tree it came from and was fashioned from.
How old was it?
Really thought you meant denature, and I was like, "Is nature the opposite of denature?"
Oh, the opposite of denature.
You think it's probably about 15 years old.
Oh, so not that old.
No, it's got, as you're inspecting it, on the bottom of the toy, there's a little branding. Is no fun.
Mate.
Is no Blinsky.
God.
Made in
Oliver
China.
stuffs it away in a pouch for sure.
All right.
Lena looks
You
a little
realize that-
disappointed, actually, but
Oh.
she knows finders keepers. She's
Yeah.
a rogue. She gets
This
it.
this chattering pair of wooden teeth with fangs might be a potential compromise you in a stealth situation if it was,
Hey, I've got a humming locket. You've got a
Yeah.
chattering
Is there any
teeth.
chance
Where-
this is the holy symbol? We're looking-
It seems unlikely based on
the god of
everything.
teeth.
Sure,
Let
that's fine.
me listen at this door I'm standing by to see if there's any like gnashing or. That's a 28.
All of that dashing is coming from behind you.
I think we should check the other bone piles, though.
You know what you do as you listen
Sure,
at
I
that
will.
that door? What do you hear, Lena? Sounds like it might be someone sweeping.
I got a 7 to check this bone pile in the
You're
bottom right
rolling
corner.
so well.
All right.
Someone's sweeping.
You find Broldish this it seems to be these are piles of bones and some toys. A plush werewolf toy
So cute.
with a
I'm
little
ready to-
is no fun is no Blinsky toy tag on it.
All right, now I
And
want.
I
to.
rolled
I want to
the,
look.
Yeah.
Okay,
Everybody gets
this
a pile.
is very sinister.
The,
like,
The little plush werewolf is filled with sawdust, and it has kind of dull knife blades for claws and retractable teeth.
Retractable teeth? That's that's
Blinsky
advanced
is
work.
a craftsman.
Yeah, clearly.
Tony, I would also like to search this.
Ooh.
Crucible rolled a 24.
Wow, See, you're good at this. You find a wooden puzzle box 6 inches on a side.
Ooh, a box.
Ooh.
Nothing bad will happen if I open this.
Each side of the box has the silhouette of a leering clown face. As you hold the box crucible, it rattles.
Why does
Just
it have to be a
crack
box? At least it's not a bag.
Lena is busy doing her hand gesture for everyone stop rattling piles of bones.
And yet, I rolled a 15 for this pile over here.
The final pile. What might be inside?
All right, I'm running out of toys for my list of toys. Imra, did you
got
pulled out a
bones.
toy?
Mhm.
Okay.
I hope.
You find a vaguely coffin-shaped Jack in the Box.
Ooh. What's this? What's the tune?
Lena's like doing like no.
I think. No, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna leave it. I think I'm just
All right.
gonna leave it.
We've
I have to.
Back-
we've
Back
got
in the
this-
ossuary it goes.
We've got the sneaky girl bond.
Yeah, clearly.
I just.
Okay.
All right.
What
Now
do I have
we're
to
waiting
roll
for
to
the
open the
sweeper
puzzle
door.
box?
All right.
Oh yeah, the puzzle box.
Do you want to focus on the puzzle box right now, or want to focus on what's behind the door that Lena's
can
been standing at
multitask.
for 4 minutes? Give me an intelligence check, just straight intelligence check.
You're
That's
smart.
13.
It doesn't open.
Okay.
You can do another one again when you take a short rest.
All right, I'll put it away.
Okay.
Androdite and I are now next to Lena.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I'm
then-
coming over too.
And she's mouthing like, "You hear sweeping, right?"
Brolish and Pony are hanging back because we know that we are noisy.
Okay, so Emmer got a 14 to a perception check to hear sweeping.
It does sound like there might be kind of some kind of sound of like shuffling feet on the other side.
Okay, if Androdite, I forget what her modifier is. Perception +7. Okay, hang on. Okay, Androdite got a 19 to her perception check. Is she alerting us to anything like sinister? Like, given the baseline is Ravenloft.
Androdite smells something living. I'll give you that. Something like an unrecognizable animal smell, but not the smell of, say,
It's
death,
the
decay,
Androdite head tilt for
skells.
living creature as opposed to the head tilt in the other
I
direction.
feel like
for
there's
undead
one
creature.
ear goes up for skeleton
you
or
go.
ghost. You know.
So we will execute breach and clear alpha, not breach and clear omega.
Yeah.
Brolish just nods.
Okay, do we want to open the door?
What about like a sneaky opening?
Yeah, can you do a sneaky open?
I forget which of us has the higher stealth.
I think you do. I've got +4, and yours I think is a lot higher, doesn't it?
It's 13.
Yeah.
Oof.
I'm gonna try and sneaky open the door. That's 27.
That's extremely sneaky, I would say.
Yeah, Brolish doesn't even realize the door has been opened. Just patiently, just chilling on Pony.
Just I wanna suss out what's going on with our sweeping friend.
All right.
Elrond keeps trying to ride Samus, and Samus is like, no. Because he's jealous, a little jealous.
Okay, but is Danu allowed to ride Samus?
Oh, yes. They're actually like best buds.
Nothing like an octopus riding a saber-toothed tiger. Fan art, please.
Yes.
Nature intended. All right. There's a very long chamber ahead of you. You could call it a hallway. It's a little wide, and it's covered in like a weird kind of fog that clings to the ground. Lena, it is, and you feel there's like just opening the door a little bit. There's kind of a cold breeze that blows at your face here. Down at the far end of the hall, kind of in front of it looks like kind of a metal gate. There is a creature, and he's got like a lantern, kind of hanging on a hook off of his back, and he's sweeping at the ground. little unclear what he could be sweeping at given the amount of fog, and he's kind of
Maybe
shuffling
the fog.
shuffling back and forth, sweeping in the dark. I have an image of this creature to share with you.
My favorite
What
Bruce
size
Springsteen
category
song.
are we
Creature
talking?
is just
Small?
another name for a
This
friend.
is, I would say, a medium or perhaps even small creature. It looks like it's a little bit less than 5 feet tall. Where is my art of this creature? And he perhaps turns to look in your direction, but doesn't notice you because of how stealthy you are. He has some strange physical features.
They look
Lena.
like the denizens of the
So
where the abbot
cool.
lived.
Oh yeah, he has like
The
duck
abbey.
feet.
And
Yeah, as you're looking at him, he looks like he is
only one.
humanoid, but has some animalistic features, and kind of, he's got kind of strange, kind of like cat or bear-like ears sticking up out of his head, kind of a weird, mangy beard. Hard to say, is one of his arms animalistic, or is he just a shaggy, hairy guy? But yeah, one of his feet is clad in kind of a boot, and the other one looks rather duck-like.
Basilica, do you know
yeah.
this guy?
Does Basilica talk? I forget how that works.
Has
No, she
cards.
She has cards.
Cards. Basilica pokes her head out and looks around and seems to take a moment to think about it and flips through her cards and holds up no, but kind of shrugs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do we have a way to trank this guy or put him to sleep or anything? Or
Oh yeah, let me just get my tranquilizer rifle.
My dart gun, yeah.
y'all have magic.
Does the hug
right.
count
Sorry, my bad.
as tranquilizing? Because some people, when you hug them, it calms them down. It
It
interrupts the
depends
nervous
upon
system.
who is hugging me. So, like,
mean,
it's a complicated equation.
Because Lena can like scamper up and put a knife to his throat, but y'all seem pretty skittery when she does that. So
Brildish is
Great.
fine with it, for the record.
yeah, no, Brildish is her girl.
Yep.
I mean, my vote is always for Elevor to go talk to NPCs.
Yep. And
Wait.
if it turns out that this is like a cousin of, Vasilka's old roomie, then maybe there's some sort of connection. Maybe he's been brought here against his will. Like, this could be another person to rescue. We shouldn't
Yeah.
judge just based on looks.
Is the gate on the other side open or closed?
Oh, good question.
Closed. So I will mention, looking down the hallway, you see 3 doorways on the north side of the hall, and also it looks like a flight of stairs heading up. Let me just reveal a little bit more there, just so you can see exactly stuff. And then kind of a, not quite a portcullis, but like an inside portcullis gate looking into a large area at the end. There's also one door, not too far from where you are, leading south off of this long hall-like chamber.
Does
Like
anyone
do you have
have,
an
like,
inside portcullis and an outside portcullis?
does anyone have like mage hand or something to prevent the switch from flipping if he decides to flip it and run away? We could just be like, no, you're talking to us. Sorry.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Because what we don't want is him like seeing us flipping the portcullis, it opens, and he just bolts and tells
I have
someone that
pulled
we're here.
person, so
Oh, I mean, that also worked.
it could also come up and, because it's a 60-foot range.
Do you want to maybe prep hold person and like ready it if he tries to flee?
Yeah. I mean, he will
Perfect.
still get a saving throw, but
No.
it's worth a try.
Yeah. Want to do that?
So so complicated hand motions. Come over here. The whole,
You could just close the door and whisper. Yep.
Yeah.
or maybe that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, I will as quietly as possible dismount from. Actually, you know what? Pony probably moves, but a celestial pony probably moves more quietly than Brildish. So Pony will come over to the door.
And then we
All I
send
need
it
to
to
do have
Illivor.
is all I have is line of sight. So I'm
Okay.
ready.
Is there a range or
At 60 feet.
okay?
So
Do I have to
think I've
roll
got-
something? Or are you rolling something?
I'm
Well,
not
we're not
casting it
holding yet.
unless he starts to make a break
Get
for it.
squirrely.
Yeah, so it's like readied for if
Okay.
Elevor's conversation doesn't
Doesn't
go
go
well,
well.
which I can't imagine.
It might
I
not.
can't
though.
imagine a world where it doesn't go well.
Sometimes goes poorly.
Elvor, do you want to approach this creature?
So yeah, I am going to crack open the door in the least threatening way I possibly can. So it's not so slow that it's like, but it's not so fast that it's like. It's just a nice, good pace that makes
Just
the door
a normal,
swing
Like
open.
a normal person.
Yeah,
a normal person, which is
Yeah.
hard for Elevor.
Yeah.
It's
Like
not a
casual.
bed, Elevor. It's okay.
And he sees, he already knows, but the guy doesn't know that he knows that he's already been sweeping.
Just
And
totally
so-
normal.
Yeah, he like takes a second to look at the sweeping that's taking place, and he goes, "Hi, you have really done a great job of keeping things tidy in this room. I mean, have you seen the one behind us? It's full of bones. It's a mess in there."
The strange little 5 foot tall animal man kind of turns to you, looking a little bit surprised. He kind of looks at you. One of his eyes is very wide eyed, looking at you. The other one is kind of looking in a different direction, and he says to you, "Oh, I didn't know the master had assigned anyone else down here to help Cyrus clean up."
Actually, we haven't been assigned to help clean up.
We? Who is we? Are you we?
Hello.
I've got some friends here with me, and we are just kind of looking around the place and happened across this area. And again, taking a moment to appreciate your work.
Sorry, my guys. Like, oh, we're thinking about buying a castle. We're just looking around, see what the place is like.
Praising it.
Yeah. Oh, Cyrus is happy to meet newcomers. Please step out into my hallway. It is ever so clean.
Yeah, and I would love to, friend. But there is
you
one.
know what? Brildish will. Like, have you actually entered the room? Actually,
Wait, no.
Wait, Elevor,
No, don't yet.
or are you outside the room?
I'm still outside of the room because
Okay,
of the weird
then I won't.
mist.
Then.
Okay.
Elevor closes the
I
door
just-
in your face.
I was just thinking, Brildish did not want Elevor to be alone
Got it.
any
got it.
longer than necessary. But as long as we're still shoulder to shoulder, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm at the door, and I'm like, yeah, I really would love to come hang out in there, but I got to tell you, it's kind of cool. You're in there, and you don't seem to be having a problem with all of this sort of liquid mist that's around. Do you know anything about what's going on in here?
Oh, no problem for Cyrus. Cyrus likes the mist.
What is the mist?
Mist is mist. Right?
So it doesn't hurt you.
Does the mist hurt you, friend?
That's what I'm worried about.
That would be a real missed opportunity.
I used that one at the beginning of the show, and nobody was paying attention. It's fine.
I heard it. I heard
Okay,
it, but
thanks,
we also
Erica.
made that joke in a previous episode.
Well, that
No,
was months ago. There's no way
every
to know.
No, it's
joke
a
you hear on
throwback.
Total Party Kill
It's a
is
throwback.
new and
Yeah.
original.
Homage.
Or a reference to something we said before. Certainly one of
Yeah.
those.
That was foreshadowing,
look, people,
actually.
this is all tightly scripted.
Yeah, in case you didn't know. Cyrus, can I ask you something?
Oh, please do. Please. Can we not shout back and forth across this hall? It's hurting my throat.
Oh, of course. If you want to come closer, we can chat.
Cyrus scuttles about halfway down the hall toward you.
All right. I still stay at the door. You know,
All right.
if there's one thing I've learned in my time traveling around, it's that everybody.
You a time traveler?
Yes, indeed. I travel through time. In fact, I've got a secret for you. You too are a time traveler.
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
Pretty cool, right?
Cyrus
Anyway,
is not sure about that.
This is the worst episode of Reading Rainbow I've ever seen.
what I've noticed is that everybody has things they want, right? And I just would like to know, because you're doing so much for other people here. You're keeping the place clean. You're looking cool while you're doing it. And I'm just loving the vibe, but I am curious, what is it that Cyrus wants?
Oh, I don't think Cyrus wants anything. If I wanted something, the master would tell me, I'm sure.
Oh, so your boss tells you what you want.
The master. You know the master. We all work for the master.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Big guy upstairs.
Yes. Or
Well-
downstairs, who can say? He comes and goes. It's his castle, you know. And we
do
must
you-
keep it clean.
Right, I agree. I mean, do you spend all of your time in this hallway just working on this hallway, or do you go all over the place keeping the place clean?
This is my main area of responsibility.
My friends out here would love to say hi as well. If you have a moment to, I don't know, are you able to like take a pause, hang out at the bone table, have a chat, or is this kind of
Well-
like a you can't stop working sort of thing, or else the boss gets upset?
There is a lot of mist to sweep, but it'll be okay if I take a minute.
All right, come hang out. Let's have a moment. I've got some food. It'd be great to talk.
All right, and Cyrus, the strange animal man, steps into the Hall of Bones, kind of
just
staring
backs off.
wide-eyed at the puke again, lurking in there. Is Cyrus, the strange animal man who lives in the basement of Strahd von Zarovich, your new friend or your next enemy? What will happen to us here in the Larders of Ill Omen? Probably something with omens. I don't know how things work here at Total Party Kill. For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill here on the Incomparable Network. Is that a thing we say at the end of the podcast? I don't know.
It is
Sometimes.
now, I guess.
We did it, people.
We did it.
They
said
said we
We
couldn't.
shouldn't.
One of those.
Yeah.
Wouldn't. Live stream / bootleg. Thank you for joining us. This was recorded on Tuesday, February 7th. Our plan is to return on Tuesday, March 7th. I almost said Tuesday, February, March 7th, which is not a traditional way that you use to describe dates. But 1 month from today, 4 weeks, we will be back on another Tuesday to continue our Curse of Strahd adventures. I think this will be probably our final season of the Curse of Strahd adventures.
It
Unless
depends
they all
on
die and
one
then
way
new
or the
people
other.
have to come one way or the
Well,
other.
If we decide we want 100% this castle, we might need to break it up.
Yeah, it's totally. Are you ready for that?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah,
I've had
next
groups
season
that
after
did that.
This
This is
just making
this-
our way through the entire castle. So you got to fill in the map. You
Yeah.
gotta fill in the whole map.
Dan's been in some of the completionist groups I've run. I don't think those are groups that I would ever run Curse of Strahd for, because it's a big world out there in Ravenloft. So yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I will mention, if you feel like tipping your dungeon master, that's me. You can
Should.
give to GiveTonyMoney.fun and give me a few
such a
dollars
great
via
website.
Ko-fi.
It is.
That is all Micah.
Nice work, Micah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, just
all
to be
Micah.
clear, are we giving you money or fun or both?
You're giving
Tony
me money
is fun.
It's fun.
that I might spend on fun or coffee. I'm technically unemployed right now, and I don't know why I say technically instead of just unemployed, but let's call it a coping strategy.
I just
So,
Say
I
the
tried to
website
buy-
again. Say it again.
GiveTonyMoney.fun, I think.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Yes.
Give Tony money.
There you go.
Good.
So strong. I
Yeah.
tried to buy Tony lunch and Tony paid me back. The jerk. I tried to
Wow.
give Tony money.
I'm very sneaky, so it's dangerous. I'm not to be trusted.
Did he send it to you in your book? Was it just the money was inside of the
Yeah,
book?
there was I thought
Yeah,
you said the
every-
lunch. There was
You
a
just
sandwich
bought 2
pressed
copies?
inside the book.
Every time I go to Dan's house, I sneak some cash into something. Just to,
At least you're not bringing
That
more
poor
copies.
kid.
More copies of the book into this house.
yeah.
I don't need any
So.
more copies of the book in this house. Thank you. All right.
But yeah, I think that concludes our business for the evening. We did it. It took a little bit longer than I expected. We missed some of the State of the Union address. Oh well.
Oh, is that
the
tonight?
yeah.
state of this union is
That's right.
strong.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll be back in a month, and there may be other Tuesday night activities. I've been building some Legos and streaming that, or we'll do some other things. Erica now has Dungeons and Dragons trivia that we should probably play more of. Did that get mixed into all the trivia yet, or to the
it
Trivial
did,
Pursuit?
but there's enough
Gotcha.
of it that I could still run an actual
Pull some
game,
out.
but it's really hard.
It is. I did not do well.
I thought
at
it went fine.
Yeah, Dan did great.
Yeah.
Tony
Dan
and
knows
I
his Dungeons and
did
Dragons.
not.
It's true. There's a weird set of the rules that you don't, or terms that you don't necessarily learn as a dungeon master versus a player. Well, I think that's all we have for this evening. But we hope to see you on YouTube or on your podcast player of choice sometime soon. Goodbye, nerds.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Give Tony money.fun.
The end.
All right, and I will stop.